Hey, what's going on guys, WingsOfEnd here and welcome back to another episode of our survival let's play. This is episode 4 and today we're gonna be giving our friend Frosty the Snowman an igloo of his own and probably setting up a nice little collection area for the snow, and also we're gonna be making an enchanting igloo for our all enchanting needs later on in the series. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new, and without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. I asked you guys in the previous video to give me some name suggestions for our little snow golem over here, and Mustang Girl suggested Frosty, and I absolutely love that name. And this is Frosty the Snowman, and he's going to be the king of all the snow golems in the series, and I'm super excited to give him a little igloo of his own, and he definitely deserves it. And he said that he will gladly provide us with all the snow that we need to expand our little village, so I'm really thankful for that. And also in between the episode I've been kind of breeding the cows and the sheep over here, and I got a little bit of the leather and some beef of course, so this should hopefully be enough to actually set up a little enchanting igloo, which I'm really excited about, because it's definitely going to help us later on to actually get better tools and gear. And looks like these traits really like to hide underneath the trees. We're just gonna push you over there, and I wanted him to burn to death, but apparently he just died immediately right there after a few hits of the sword of course. But this is the area where we're gonna be making the little igloo for our king snowman Frosty, and I think it would be a really nice idea to kinda elevate this and expand the village in all sorts of different directions and not just have it flat over here. So I think that would be a really nice idea. I still want to reserve this spot over here for the mine igloo that we're probably gonna be setting up in the next episode, because I want to get some more blocks for the decoration of the tunnel. Otherwise it would be just a stone and I don't really want to do that. But we're probably gonna start over here with a little igloo and moving our little friend Frosty the Snowman over here, and we'll see where can we put the enchanting igloo later on. First, Frosty is going to help us to gather the snow that we need to actually make him a home, so let's just spend like 2 iron shovels over here and we're going to make a really nice home for him. So 1 iron shovel gave us a stack of snow, so you're an expensive fellow, Mr. Frosty, so I'm gonna need to gather a little bit more, because definitely want to make this igloo a little bit larger than these ones, because he is the king after all and he definitely deserves it. There we go guys, the igloo is finished. You can see it's pretty massive and it's a little bit bigger than I expected it to be, but this gives us a ton of space inside to actually make a really nice like throne or something for our Frosty the Snowman king. So I think that would be real nice. One thing that I definitely want to grab is some sand, because I want to get some glass paints and stuff to actually make this kind of look like a little ice cave. And of course, once we get the ice, we can definitely improve this place, but for now we're just gonna go with some glass. I think that would look really nice. And another idea that I had is to actually have some snowman guards over here, so I think we're probably gonna have one like in this spot right there, and another one, let's just match it probably right over here. So my idea is to actually place a fence over here, create a snowman, and actually have a little lid attached to it, and we could probably cover this with like a carpet or something like that. I think that would be really nice, and we can just have them kinda roaming around over here, basically acting like guards and protecting our king over here. So I'm gonna get to that. I should have everything that we need, so we're just gonna place the fences over here inside of the holes and just create a snowman right over here. Okay, let's just jump, place you, and we're going to keep the pumpkin on his head over here and actually leash him right over here to the fence, so hopefully he won't be able to escape and he's going to protect our king. I think that looks pretty amazing. Let's just make another one right over here, and same thing over here. We're not going to remove the pumpkin on his face and just place the leash right there, and they are going to go in some random places, but they shouldn't leave this spot over here, of course, unless somehow they manage to break out of the leashes over here. Hopefully that's not going to happen. Let's just place a carpet on top, so that way we don't have to look at the ugly fences right below. So I think that looks pretty nice. Occasionally they are going to float a little bit, but you can see they are going to stick in that general area and basically patrol the area, making sure that our king Frosty the Snowman is gonna be protected over here, and I want to make the pathway going down over here. We are probably gonna have some spruce slabs just to kind of have a nice little transition over here. And next thing that I want to figure out is how exactly we're going to be collecting the snowballs, because I want to have a little throne for our Frosty the Snowman. They need to figure out how can I actually keep him inside and just see what we can do for that. Alright guys, it's been a little while and I didn't really do anything in my survival let's play world. I basically went into creative to try to design the throne over here, and I had a really rough time actually trying to keep our little Frosty the Snowman in the center so he wouldn't like walk away from the throne, and I was using like glass panes and stuff to actually prevent him from walking, but that didn't really turn out that great. He always somehow managed to find a way to escape, and even when he didn't, we just have a bunch of floating glass panes and didn't really look that great. So I thought to myself, what do these guys hate? And I was immediately reminded of Nether. We know that they don't like fire, lava, Nether because they would just melt, and they don't like magma blocks, so I thought to myself that would be a perfect block to actually surround the snow golem in, so that way they're not going to move anywhere, because we can for example just surround this block over here with 4 magma blocks on either side. That way they're not going to move. They still can, but if they do, they're just going to die and they would rather leave, so they're going to choose to just sit in that block right there, so that would be a lot better. And that's something that we're actually gonna use in our throne to make our king Frosty the Snowman to actually sit in the throne and not move anywhere. So we need to go and make our first diamond pick in the series, go into the caves and actually gather some obsidian for the portal. And that's not going to be anything permanent. We are probably going to make a separate igloo for the nether portal, but for now let's just go ahead and make the first diamond pick right there, and we're immediately going to store our diamonds back to the safety because we don't want to lose them. So let me just try find a nice patch of the obsidian, gather some and make the portal, and we can head to the nether to actually grab some magma blocks. There we go, that should do it. We are just gonna grab like 10 pieces of obsidian or something like that, and this is probably gonna take a while since we don't really have any enchantments on, so I only took 10 pieces because mining it without enchantments just takes a little while, but let's just light this guy up, and this is definitely not going to be the permanent place, but let's just jump in and see if we can find any magma blocks. Hopefully we're not gonna spawn on top of the lava lake. No way guys, we actually spawned on the Nether Fortress. Look how amazing this looks, and there is ton of gas. Okay, this is definitely gonna get really hard. This takes a little while to actually load in, but look, I had never actually spawned on top of the Nether Fortress like this before. This is absolutely amazing, and please Mr. Gast, I just want to find some magma blocks. I'm not gonna touch you guys. Okay, looks like he's going to need another hit. I probably should have grabbed like a bow or something with me, but let's just explore this. I still can't believe we actually have a Nether Fortress right in front of our little nether portal right there. That's absolutely amazing. Looks like it's absolutely massive, unless we actually found like 2 of them. You can see it's right there. We have one over here in front of our nether portal, and also it goes down over here deeper inside of that little hole right there. So this is absolutely massive nether fortress, but of course that's not what we are here right now. We need to find some magma blocks, and I'm just gonna go and search for those, and we're probably going to explore the nether fortress in like next episode. There we go, I see some of the magma blocks over here. Let's just grab as many as we can, because it's definitely gonna be useful later on and probably for some kind of mob farm. So I'm just gonna grab these 2 patches over here and head back home. I don't think I ever gotten that lucky with the nether portal. This is absolutely amazing, but I only managed to get stuck in a half of the magma blocks before my pigs broke, and looks like our snowman died over here. I'm not really sure who killed him. It was probably shooting this guy over here, probably shooting this tray. Now that may be a problem, but we can also always just replace these guys. The fact that one of the snowmen dies actually means that he's doing his job protecting the king over here and not letting any bad guys come near the igloo. So that's amazing, and we're just going to place this snow golem right here, and I'm down to my last 2 pumpkins over here. So we are just going to make this guy right here, and hopefully he's not going to leave this area. Let's just place that right there. And no, did I nudge him? Okay, this could be bad. I'm just going to nudge him forward. I probably shouldn't have done it that way. Okay, let's just nudge you right there, and as you can see, he's not going to move from that spot because otherwise he's going to die, and we can just go and cover these guys with. And there we go, you can see that he's just going to sit right there. He's not going to move because that would mean he's going to die. You can see there is no visible magma blocks or anything, but we need to be careful because we can definitely get hurt on them. And that looks absolutely amazing. It's a lot better than just this guy kinda randomly going around over here. So what we're going to do is try to actually keep this guy safe over here and somehow manage to get him in this spot. There we go, we have two guards in the front. You can see this is looking absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, the previous guard didn't really make it, so I had to make a new one, and I used pretty much my last pumpkin, so I need to start growing some more. But the reason I didn't have them as they previously were in these blocks is because that would mean that we have one block gap over here to actually bring our Frosty the Snowman inside of the igloo, so I just moved them so we can safely bring the Frosty inside. But that looks absolutely amazing. I definitely want to get some more guards, and this is an amazing effect just using some magma blocks. They're just going to sit there unless the stress actually kill them. But one thing that I definitely want is to actually have some guards inside over here and start working on the little throne. So let me get to that and I'll be right back. Alright guys, a little bit of time has passed again. You can see I finished the little pathway over here going to the igloo. We have a little slabs over here just as a little transition. Of course we have our guards, and you can probably see right there we have our Frosty the Snowman King right here sitting in his throne. We have the red carpet leading to him and two more guards on either side. That looks absolutely amazing. You can see I only used the snow and snow layers for the throne, and we have the magma block over here keeping him from escaping, and also we have a snow block right here and 4 layers of snow. If he used 3 he would be able to jump out, and using 4 he no longer can actually jump out. So you can see he's going to stay over here in his throne, and we can basically just sit here and mine that layer of the snow, and it's all going to end up in this little chest. He's basically sitting on top of a hopper, and it's all going into this chest right here on the back side of the little throne. So that's absolutely amazing, and we just use a little bit of the polished diorite aka bird poop over here for the stairs to make this look a little bit nicer and to hide the magma block right there. But you guys don't even want to know how much time this actually took to get him in here. This is the original Frosty the Snowman, and even though you have them on lead, they're basically kinda running on their own, just exploring the world, don't really care, and it was really hard to keep him steady over here again to actually place the magma block, but I managed to do it and I'm pretty happy with this. One thing that I would definitely like to add is some ice around over here, but we don't really have a way of getting it at the moment. But there's still a little bit more decoration that we can add using some glass panes. But of course, to use the glass panes we need to gather a little bit of sand, so I guess you know where we are heading next. Yep, we are here at the river. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of the sand, smelt it, dye it, and we can decorate the igloo. Alright guys, I did a little bit of the decorating in the igloo for King over there, and I think it looks nice, but we're gonna check it really soon. Right now I just want to grab 9 pieces of the gold, and that should do it because I want to make a golden block. And the reason for the golden block is because I want to have something in the item frame above or the entrance for all 4 igloos. And I think the golden block would look really nice and represent the king, because if we just had a pumpkin it would represent like those guards over there. So I think the gold block would look really nicely, and I want to go over here and grab a little bit of the sticks because we need to make the item frame itself. So let's just go ahead and grab a little bit of those guys, and let's just see, grab these guys. Okay, some sticks over here, and we can make the item frame right there. So that's pretty amazing. I also added a couple more guards over here just to kind of guard the king a little bit better. You can see I added a couple of them right here. They are just standing and covering this portion of the land over here. You can see it looks pretty amazing, and it looks like traveling merchant decided to spawn and climb our igloo. You guys should do a better job of defending. You know what, I'm just going to check it and kill this guy because we can't risk anyone getting near our little king. Okay, let's see, do you have anything nice to trade? Even if you do, I don't really have any emeralds, so unfortunately you're gonna have to die. And look how terrible those trades are. You know what, let's just kill this guy, we don't really need him, and he's just kinda endangering our little king, so we need to do the job that our guards failed to do. And looks like the llamas are fighting each other. Okay, we have to look that. I never actually saw two llamas fight each other, so this is pretty amazing. Okay, let's see who is going to win. I think this guy is going to win right over here because this guy kind of followed the igloo. But let's just check these guys. They're kind of face to face. Let's see who is going to win, who is going to end up living over here. But they're not really going to live that much because we're going to kill it afterwards because they drop a little bit of the leather. But let's see. Come on, guys. Can you kill each other now? I think the speed does like half a heart of damage, if it's even that, and this battle is probably gonna take a while, but we're just gonna spectate it because I really want to see who is going to win. And in the meantime, we're just going to grab these leads over here because they're always useful. Did you guys kill each other? You know what, I'm just going to help you. I'm gonna nudge this guy and nudge you. Looks like that guy was winning because this guy took 1 hit and this one took 2 hits. But they dropped a little bit of the leather, which is always nice, so thank you for that. You guys really need to get a better job or I'm gonna have to replace you. You need to do your job a little bit better. So let's just place this guy right here and the golden block, and I think that kind of represents our little king. But if you guys have any ideas for that, definitely let me know. We're also going to place the door right over here, why not? And I should probably replace that. Did I seriously just place like 2 doors over here? Okay, let's just break you, and I want to have this as a snow. You know what, we're just gonna use a little bit of these guys because that's something that I also used in decorating the igloo. There we go, we have a nice little door. These guys are probably gonna get replaced with some better guards because the first one that we had over here actually fought this stray and protected our little king over there, and these guys are not really doing that great of a job. Let's just sleep really quickly because I am really kind of tired of fighting the strays all day. Now it's time to actually check out the inside of the igloo, and I want you guys to keep an open mind because I didn't really have that many resources to decorate this, and I especially didn't have ice, which I really wanted to use over here, but I think it still turned out okay. Let's just check it out. You can see that we have a lot of glass panes that are acting as icicles, and the ice itself, you can see it just hanging from the wall. We have a couple big ice formations right over here, ice spikes. They look really nice. The guards are standing strong over here, and one thing that I did is actually add a little bit of the variation to the snow. We use the white concrete powder, we use the wool and the white wool carpet, which I think looks really amazing. You can see it adds a little bit of the character, and I definitely think this looks really nice. But using a little bit of the ice, different types of the ice would be really nice, maybe in the corners and even the throne, because right now it's kind of too white maybe, but I still think that this turned out really nicely, and the throne doesn't really look that terrible. Again, we have the little collection of the snowballs right over here in form of a chest, which looks really nice and it's really well hidden. So I guess we're gonna have to wrap up the episode over here. You can see I've been fighting quite few strays, and only piece of armor I have left on myself is the chest plate, and it's almost broken. And I know I said we're going to do the enchanting igloo and this in the same episode, but sadly I went a little bit bigger than I thought for the igloo over here. Figuring out how to actually keep them in place and make the throne over here took a little longer, and some testing in creative world, which definitely made me spend way too much time on this particular igloo that I actually ran out of time for this episode. But I still hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to drop a like down below and subscribe if you're new, especially for our king over here. I really hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.